So, everybody, welcome, everybody, and welcome to Sitting in the Fire of Race, a sovereign approach. We're glad that you are here. We're glad that we are here. And before we say anything about what this series is, we want to say something about what it is not. This is not a lecture about race. It's not a training in how to talk about difficult topics. And this is not a theoretical framework you will understand and then carry out of the room unchanged. This is a practice, a body practice, and it begins now.
So let's take a moment and take a breath. Feel your feet on the floor. Let your breath drop a little bit lower. Let your jaw go soft. That, what you just did, is the beginning of what we're here to build.
Thank you, Renee. Arnold Mindell spent more than 50 years developing one of the most sophisticated awareness frameworks the world has ever seen. He understood that conflict is not a problem to eliminate. It is a gift, a pointer toward what the field is trying to say. He was right. But the world does not only need facilitators who understand conflict, the world needs facilitators who can stand in the middle of it without collapsing, freezing, or withdrawing and guide. You are process workers. You already know how to track the field. What this series builds is the internal ground that allows you to follow the process without being consumed by it. That ground is sovereignty.
Sovereignty is not calm. It's not confidence. It's not performing steadiness while something else is happening inside. Sovereignty is the ability to stay with yourself, your body, your breath, your dignity, your clarity, even when a moment becomes uncomfortable or charged. It is the moment your body becomes bigger than that moment. It is the practice, not a concept, not an achievement, a practice of returning. Every time you drift, every time the field pulls you out of yourself, returning.
Across these three sessions, we will work with two tools that support that practice. The Junto wheel, a map for inner positioning. It helps you notice what part of you is leading, what part is reacting, and what part needs to step forward or step back. The Hawkins scale, a map for nervous system literacy. It helps you notice what level of activation you're in and whether you are grounded enough to stay sovereign before you intervene. These tools do not replace sovereignty, they support the practice of it.
We will also work with lineage, the living nervous system inheritance that explains why people are activated differently by the same moment. When race enters the room, lineage enters the room. People with racialized experience often feel racial harm in the body immediately. People without that experience may not feel it at all and may not understand why others do. When we are not starting from the same place, we are not carrying the same histories, we are not holding the same risks. This is not about blame. It's about different lived realities meeting in the same room and what it takes to hold that field with clarity, capacity, and dignity.
The North Star of this work is the reduction and eventual elimination of anti Blackness. We say that plainly at the beginning because transparency is in itself an act of sovereignty. Anti Blackness lives in lineage. It lives in nervous systems. It surfaces in every room where race is present, including this one. Our work is not to avoid it. Our work is to build the internal capacity to meet it without collapse, without defensiveness, and without avoidance.
Across the 3 sessions, we will move from low heat to medium heat to high heat. We will practice sovereignty in the body. We will practice belonging with backbone, staying in connection without losing yourself. We will practice using the Junto wheel and the Hawkins scale in real time. We will practice staying with ourselves in racialized moments through role play, through reflection, and through the kind of honest dialogue that most training spaces don't make room for. You will not leave perfect. You will leave more aware of your body, more aware of your lineage, and more aware of your edges. Awareness is the beginning.
Before we close this welcome, we want to name one thing directly. This is education, not therapy. We're not here to process your wounds or move you through a crisis. We are bringing educational tools, specific, trainable, repeatable practices that develop your capacity to stay present without collapsing, withdrawing, or striking out. Everything in you is welcome. Your emotions, your lineage, your beliefs, your uncertainty. And you will learn how to welcome these parts of yourself without letting them lead.
This work is not about perfection. It's about presence. You are not expected to know how to do this. You are only expected to arrive to each session, to each moment within it with breath, dignity, and curiosity.
We look forward to practicing with you.
Welcome to the fire.